Hello, my darklings. Welcome back. Today's video is about craneflies, which I just learned get no love at all. So the cranefly that I'm actually painting on the rock here is called a phantom cranefly. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because I actually got into a conversation with a friend about how much they hate craneflies, or mosquito eaters, or mosquito hawks, as they're more commonly known. And the mosquito hawk or mosquito eater name is actually a misnomer because they don't eat mosquitoes. Some of them don't eat at all. You'd be surprised at how many adult insects don't have mouths. And I do apologize for my creaking chair. I can't do anything about it, I'm sorry. But this conversation with my friend did not go according to plan. So because we were talking to me, the conversation ended up talking about bugs. And she was talking about all the bugs that creep her out. One of which is the cranefly. And the cranefly freaks her out because it looks like a mosquito. It's big. It's got all the big, long, gangly legs. And it struck all the nerves. And my dumb self decided I'm going to comfort her, which I got to stop doing because it never works. And I told her, well, they don't actually eat mosquitoes. They can't bite. They don't have pinchers. They don't have those type of mouth parts. And she's like, well, what do they eat? And I said, well, not all of them can, but the ones that do are actually pollinators. They drink nectar. And she's like, well, we got plenty of pollinators. We don't need that one. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I was not prepared for that one. I didn't see that coming. So, quickly changed the subject, and we continued on our merry way. But that answer gave me pause for several days, because that's actually a very common stance that people take towards insects in general. And I honestly didn't know how to respond. So, of course, I make a video and put it all over the internet because reasons. But this particular one, the phantom cranefly here, he's actually one of the craneflies that doesn't have mouths. So he's virtually harmless. However, the benefit that this little guy still provides is actually within his larva, because all the cranefly larvae eat decaying matter, as is the stance of a large amount of larvae in the insect world. They like decaying leaves, smaller bugs, same old, same old. But now this cranefly that I'm painting on the rock, he's actually my absolute favorite because as an adult, not only do they not eat, but they fly like that. Like, they literally spread their legs out and they buzz their wings, but their wings don't actually guide them into any particular direction. It just sort of keeps them up in the air as they float around like thistledown. They look like a giant dandelion seed just floating through the air. And I'm not gonna lie, when they do land, in the event that they do land, they also hang off of branches in that exact pose. The pose that I am painting on the rock is the go-to pose of every phantom cranefly. And in the event that they do land on a leaf, those long legs of theirs look like they're wearing clown slippers. And you can't be intimidating wearing clown shoes. It's just not gonna happen. So as much as I understand why people get creeped out by these guys, I view them as adorable. Because they're wearing slippers. But back to the perplexing turn of events with that conversation. The comment that she had made, we have plenty of pollinators, we don't need that one, just struck me. And it struck me for days. Because not only is it a common viewpoint, I guess, but it's also not how pollinators work. So mosquito eaters work in a very particular way. They have maybe one brood a year. The larvae eat decaying leaves and gunk, and then the adults, those who pollinate, but they pollinate probably about midsummer. There's a dozen other pollinators just in my region that come out at the start of spring when it's still 50 degrees outside, like the morning cloak butterfly, and other insects like the cranefly can't survive. And then there's others still that come out really late in the year, that don't come out until late autumn or early autumn. Then there's some that, have, like the honeybee, only have a 2-mile pollinating radius around their nest. And then there's others like the monarch butterfly, who can pollinate from coast to coast just about, because they migrate and they cover great distances throughout the entirety of their lives. Pollinators don't work the same. So you can't say, oh, well, we've got plenty of these pollinators, we don't need those pollinators. Because there's plants in your region that do need those pollinators. We have a lot of meadow areas and a lot of mountain areas, a lot of forest areas, a lot of different types of ecosystems. And in those different types of ecosystems, there are different types of animals based on who can survive there and who can't. And we even have some insects in our area, like the island marble butterfly, who are actually endangered because their type of environment, their type of ecosystem, which for that particular butterfly is actually fields and grasslands, they're disappearing. Now, nobody really cares, because although that one butterfly is disappearing, we still got a bunch of others. But just like this cranefly, all those other pollinators, all those other detritus feeders, they can't do what he can do. A butterfly can't do what a cranefly can do. A red admiral can't do what a mourning cloak can do. There's my marble, my endangered marble. And he can't do what the sweat bees can do. The sweat bees can't do what the blue orchard bees can do. The blue orchard bees, they can't even look at all these beautiful pollinators. They do be themselves. Pollinators aren't meant to work the same. We're meant to need them all. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw here and you'd like me to post more videos, please like and subscribe. And comment down below, let me know what you'd like me to talk about, what insect you'd like to see me paint. All right, y'all, you have a good day.